Industry. We're here at Professional Cut Creators. We got one of the best known barbers in the Gwinnett area. We got here Knowledge.
How you doing?
How you feeling, man?
What's going on, boss? How are you today?
Fantastic,
Yes,
man.
sir.
Thanks for allowing us to come into your spot, man.
Oh,
You
absolutely.
know,
It's a pleasure,
yeah.
always.
I'm regularly in here, but the rest of the world is not normally in
Right,
here. You
right,
know what I'm
right,
saying?
right.
It's a nice spot. Great location. Um, Good squad that you have in here. So, I said we need to have a conversation. So that we can introduce you to the rest of the
Absolutely.
place. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying to you? Gwinnett is a strong business area for barbers and the
Right.
upper level barbers and so forth.
And continuously growing. Yeah.
And that's a fact. That's a
Yeah.
fact. A lot of good talent comes out of Gwinnett. And they actually travel and actually interact in the industry. So, as a business owner in the Gwinnett area, how do you see the experience? You know, actually being in Gwinnett as opposed to somewhere else, if you ever travel.
I mean, I've cut in like multiple shops throughout Atlanta, through Georgia rather. And what I see in Gwinnett, not only is it expanding because there's a lot of barbershops out here.
Yeah,
It's a lot of
absolutely.
barbershops, so it's a lot of great barbers. It's a lot of great business owners out here. Cutting in other shops, maybe if I was closer to train stations and stuff like that, you might have had different traffic opposed to here,
Right.
to where they don't have that type of system going on. You know what I'm saying? So most people in this area are actually car mobile. So because it's expanding, you know what I mean. It makes for a better client experience because there's a lot of money in Gwinnett.
Right.
There is a lot of money.
A lot of
a lot of
commerce.
opportunities. You know what I'm saying? This a lot of growth for people to grow a nice clientele. You know what I'm saying? And there's so much money out here to where, like I said, it's a lot of barbershops out here, so it's a lot of room for people to eat. Actually, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true. And in this climate right now,
Right.
it's a very multicultural situation in this county.
Right.
It's not one sided. You got you got the straight hair
Very
clients,
diverse.
very
Absolutely.
diverse.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So as a skillful barber, you definitely get your skills tested in this
Oh,
area.
absolutely.
You don't know who's
Absolutely.
walking through the door. Right?
Absolutely.
You know?
I mean, I cut all ethnicities of. I have a deep range of clientele from all walks of life. You know what I'm saying? It helps, like you said, sharpen your skills because you will be tested. You know what I'm saying? Cutting the different variations of hair textures. You meet so many different people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's a great thing. And I mean, it just makes for a better barber, I feel, especially when you can do that with such, different walks of life. You know what I'm saying? With just cutting, so to speak, your own ethnicity, so
Right,
to speak.
right,
You know what
right.
I'm saying? When you can just know how to talk to this person, know how to talk to this person, because it ain't just cutting. It's also customer service as
Right,
well.
right. That's a
But
big
being
deal.
able to talk to different people, you know what I'm saying,
that's
from
a
all
big
walks
deal.
of life. That's a great thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Being able to communicate like that is definitely a plus.
Absolutely.
And being versatile in the culture and in the industry helps grow your business. So let me ask you a question. How many years experience do you have as a professional barber, master barber?
As a professional master barber, I would say I've been in this industry, give or take, almost 18 years.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? As a shop owner, this makes our 9th year. This year makes our 9th year of professional cut creators as a shop owner. You know, but man, I've been cutting almost 18 years.
Man, that's
You
two
know, like I
decades as a
said,
whole.
yeah. And I've cut in almost 10 different barbershops throughout Georgia. So, and I did that on purpose, not doing it to where I've been fired or this is that. I did that to sharpen my skills.
Right.
So I didn't cut on the east side, the west side, the south side, north side, of course. So I did that on purpose as my growth, going to different hair shows and stuff like that, watching different people, watching how the west side cut opposed to the east side, watching how the south side cut
Yeah.
opposed to the north side.
So,
You know
so
what I'm
when
saying?
you saw all of that, what's the variation? Like say a north side cutter as opposed to south side. Can you put your finger on any kind of differences or anything distinctively that?
I'll say this, and this is my opinion. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't want to offend nobody. You know what I'm saying? But I did cut in different places. I mean, things change throughout time. In the north side, we see, it's hard to even pinpoint that because you got the same character. in each.
Because they
You know
move
what I'm saying?
around
Because I
so much.
almost want to say like, we pay attention to money more, but then I know barbers who cut in the South and may charge $150 per cut. Then I know people out here that may still charge $10 for a cut. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, certain people pay more attention. I think on this side of town. That's why I say it's hard to pinpoint
Right, right,
because
right.
it all boils back down to the type of characters you have in your shop.
Right,
You
right.
know what I'm saying?
I
From the owners.
understand
You
that.
know what I'm
I
saying? So
understand that.
I mean, because I want to say that maybe in the east side or the west side, they may be more relaxed. You know what I'm saying? As far as like who comes in, the type of music they play,
Right,
the
right,
type
right.
of atmosphere, the type of things they allowed in and out their shop. And this is that and the third, which is not a bad thing because
Right.
it works for that area,
Right,
for that
right.
community. You know what I'm saying? But over here, I've seen it in north side. That's why I said it's hard to pinpoint. I've seen that same thing over here. So it's just hard to pinpoint. So I guess it all boils down to the type of characters and the type of owners that you have when starting an establishment.
Nice, nice.
Uh,
That's great points. That's great points. So, with all that experience as shop owner, as barber, you
right.
know what I'm saying? What would you say in the industry as an owner? What kind of advice you would give for owners and people aspiring to be owners?
I would say if you're inspiring to be an owner, you got to start with having patience. You know what I'm saying? It would be better to understand this industry. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Like I feel that better owners are those that have been in the industry, opposed to just wanting to start a barbershop and you never cut a head before in your life,
Right, right,
or you
right.
don't understand, because then your patience factor will be a little different.
Mm-hmm.
When you're coming from being a barber or a stylist, stepping into being an owner, you can kind of better understand your barbers. You know what I'm saying? You can kind of understand what it takes to get there, how to market a little bit better because you understand. You know what I'm saying? You understand the needs of your barber. You understand your needs as an owner.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. So I would just say it starts with patience. And then after that, set the tone for how you want your shop to be. Because, I mean, that's going to play a big factor. You know what I'm saying? And like I tell anybody, we're judge, jury, and executioner. We don't have no human resources in
Right,
this
right, right.
industry. And
Good
this is
point.
that. No one gives us a raise. We do
Right.
that ourselves.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And we also have the right to hire and fire clients. I tell anybody, you know what I'm saying? Pick and choose the type of atmosphere you want to set the tone for in a barbershop. You can't have, anybody coming in there smelling like weed all the time and disrupt, you may have children
Right.
around, women, or, people that just don't deal with that period. You know what I'm saying? Always keep it professional. You know what I'm saying? Because that's going to set the tone for the type of environment that you want. And that's also going to play in your pockets as well. You know
So,
what I'm saying?
that point that you bring up as far as the atmosphere that a barber shop owner
Right.
want to cultivate. Right now there's definitely debates on, with the event of marijuana and everything like that being
Absolutely.
legalized and all that kind of stuff. It's definitely something that is something that is a touchy point when you say, you don't want that to overtake your business.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? As far as people that's on the contract, as booth renters or even commission coming into the establishment, smelling of that.
Right.
You can do whatever you do outside, but when they bring it in, that's when you feel say it's an issue.
I feel like this when it comes to that. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people smoke. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? I'll be transparent. I smoke. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? But a lot of people don't know that
Right.
I do. You know
Right,
what I'm
right.
saying? I don't have to advertise to no one that I do. You know what I'm saying? I just be respectful of your client. Be respectful of your fellow barbers. Be respectful of the owner. You don't want to walk into an establishment smelling like that
Right.
if that's not what it's for. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't want to smell like a bar or even drinking alcohol. I don't want to smell like a bar if I'm not at a bar.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So, I mean, when you come in, you never know who's in your chair. We cut different clients from all walks of life, meaning like I may have a judge in my chair. I may have a cop.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I may have a pastor or whatever in my chair. Shit. I may have a kid who, realistically, who that smell may bother
Right.
or triggers. You
Right.
always got to pay attention to, like in this industry, we're like psychiatrists anyway. So, you got to pay attention to certain triggers and this, that, and the third. Someone may just have finish having a conversation about that, the dislike of that.
Right.
And then you have a barber to come in there with
Heavy
smelling
with
like
it.
that,
Right.
all in your hands in your face and
Right,
stuff like
right.
that. No, just be respectful. You know what I'm saying?
And
I don't
that-
knock
yeah.
what no one does. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's grown. You know, just be respectful. How do you want to carry yourself? And that should go beyond the barbershop as well. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? How do you want to
Right.
carry yourself
Absolutely.
as a man?
Absolutely.
You don't have to walk into an establishment smelling like weed all the time to let everybody know I smoke weed. You know what I'm saying? It's okay. It's okay.
So,
Do it.
yeah,
Yeah,
do
it's
your
okay.
thing, right?
You know,
Yeah.
do your thing.
Naturally,
It's okay.
you know.
But,
So in the industry right now, we have, you know, the shows and the events that are actually coming back
Right.
post COVID. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Post, you know, the shutdowns and everything. What do you see is a good way to get more involved in those events, you know, for the industry there? Like shows, different events they have, whether you gotta travel. Because prior to you know the shutdown, things was moving in one direction.
Right.
It actually switched up now.
Absolutely.
So what do you see as far as the industry wide looking at the new events and how the landscape is unfolding? What do you think about that?
I think the professionalism needs to come back into play and the seriousness about your profession. So when I say that, like a lot of barbers, you know, they're so in tune with get to the money and this, this, that, and the third that they may miss a step in how to get to the money.
Right.
Meaning like skill wise, you know, everybody, you can go on YouTube and learn how to fade now. You
Right,
know what I'm saying?
right,
Opposed to back in the times of when Bronner Brothers was really cracking, you can go in there and really sit in the class and really learn something. You know, everybody is, oh, I know how to do that type attitude now.
Right.
So they'll sit there like, oh man, I can do that. Da, 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 da. So now it's gone beyond the fact of learning how to fade, learning how to put a design in somebody's head, learning how to have a crispy line, because you can learn that on YouTube.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or watching your fellow barber. You know what I'm saying? So now going to classes, that's kind of, to me, I feel it's still needed and necessary, but it's kind of played down. I think what would be a better segue into for a barber to learn now is to teach them about how to manage their money. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
How to not become what's the right word I want to hold to you, content. Not become content with the money that you're charging for your cuts. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, let your skills speak for that, but don't stand there and hold that price value on yourself for years. You know, like I said, we're judge, jury, and execution.
Right.
So you know, when it's time to get a raise, you feel that. You feel that your skill lies, all these products that we spend money on, and this, that, and the third. You know, hold that and be confident about that. You know what I'm saying? I have a mentality to where it's like lose one, gain three. That's always been my mentality throughout the barber game. You know what I'm saying? And I always held that to where I wouldn't be scared to jump off a cliff.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So if I bumped my prices up $5 to $10 or even $20, I'm not nervous because whoever don't take it, three more will. You feel what I'm saying?
So I
just feel that
perception on that.
yeah, things like my business partner, he does taxes. You know what I'm saying? Teach them about taxes. You know what I'm saying? Teach them how to manage their money. You know, teach them how to you know, have their affairs in order, because a lot of problems that I hear, and I've been through it myself before, you know what I'm saying? I'm not one to say I haven't, but a lot of problems is a lot of barbers are so stressed out with things from the outside when it comes to finances. That they bring that inside and it takes away from them
When they
their creativity and their craft. You feel what I'm saying? So they're so worried about how I'm gonna pay the rent.
Right.
So now they're rushing to cut, or how I'm gonna pay for a car, or I want a car, or I want to go out tonight. You know what I'm saying? When in all actuality, you can get all this. I mean, we're looked at like celebrities anyway. You can become like a celebrity, almost damn near like a rapper. You know what I'm saying? If you just know how to manage and get yourself, you know, because we're known throughout. It's nowhere, and this is all honesty. It's nowhere in Atlanta I can't go to where I won't know somebody. You know,
right.
Because I've been around the game. The reach. Not only have I cut in several shops throughout Atlanta, but I'm all over the place. And then my work travels.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? My work travels. I mean, I may cut somebody. Hell, it's times where I've been out of town and run across clients. You know what I'm saying? Or people that heard about me, or this is that and the third, you know, which is an amazing thing, you know. But I just think that, you know, teaching people, getting back into classes that teach people the finance aspect, you know, the financial aspect.
You brought that point up because actually the next event that I'm actually having a workshop in is the Talia Wajid Natural Hair Show.
Okay.
So we have it's going to be a tax class.
Word.
You know, Q&A, and you know everything that goes attached to that for the industry. So it's a great point that you bring up. That's one of the things that's lacking in the industry,
Right.
because they know how to make the money. Craftsmen know how to make the money, but do you know how to keep it?
Keep it. Correct.
Do you know how to maneuver?
Man, I'm
You
telling
know
you,
what
I
I'm
used to
saying?
blow through money like
You know what I'm saying to you?
I
If you
used to cut just for that
for
that
the
drink
day, yeah,
and
for
just the
that
party
day,
for that
yeah,
night
yeah.
or them sneakers or whatever. You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
not a barber, but I understand.
Yeah, you know, you're in the industry, so you
Yeah,
know
so
you
I
hear these
understand.
things, and that's why I
Yeah.
say, see. So even with you would be a good person to actually start a shop as well because you understand the industry.
Yeah.
So even
Yeah.
going back to that question when you asked me, you know, to tell an owner this is that and the third, you don't have to necessarily be a barber, but you have to understand the industry. So
Mm-hmm.
you're hands in on the industry. So you come to different shops, different salons, and you talk to everybody. So you understand the industry firsthand because you deal with the products that we deal with.
Yeah.
So you hear everything that the barber or the stylist deals
Yeah.
with firsthand, if not more.
Yeah.
Because like I said, you don't not only deal with barbers, you deal with stylists. You know what I'm saying? So it's just to understand the industry. It makes for a better, you know what I'm saying, a better owner. As
Yes.
far as
Yes. So in here now, in professional cut creators, man, you know, and I know the squad personally,
right.
but give us an idea of how the squad was put together and all the different elements
Right.
that is presented in this
Into
building.
this.
Yeah.
Okay, so me and Phil, which
Okay.
is one of my co-owners with me, it's four of us.
Okay.
But I'll explain how that process. Me and Phil used to cut at this barbershop called Haircut Heaven
Okay.
with my homeboy Blue. He owned that shop, and we cut there, and that's where me and Phil initially met. This was over, I say, almost 15 years, maybe a little, give or take, almost. You know what I'm saying? Me and him met there. Wonderful shop. We used to cut in that shop, and that's where we um, establish our relationship. You know what I'm saying? As a homeboy, as a barber friend, and also that's my brother now. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
Now
Right.
we business owners. You know what I'm saying? So from there we started. We said we was gonna start a shop. You know what I'm saying? He came up with an idea. You know what I'm saying? He brought me in tune with his idea. We both agreed to it, and we set forth. We jumped off that cliff. You know what I'm saying? We wasn't scared to do it. You know what I'm saying? Certain elements played part into us making that decision, but we jumped off that cliff and we started. It was a lot of things was hard. It was definitely hard, but we started. And starting off that shop, it was Rico. Rico, he
Yeah.
came into play. We've been known Rico for a couple of years as a great barber in the community. This is that and the third. Some things was happening that wasn't to his liking. Let me say that in the shop where he was or what have you. So he wanted to come over there and work with us. Of course,
I
open
remember that.
hands.
Yeah.
Open hands. We allowed him to
Yeah.
come work with us. At first it started off as him being one of our barbers and friend in the shop, and then from that he became the manager. From the manager, you know what I'm saying, and us wanting to expand the business and grow. What we realized is everyone can eat. You know what I'm saying? He had the mindset and the skill set, so we brought him in as one co-owners with us as well. So now it's down to three. You know what I'm saying? And then this is when we came here. You know what I'm saying? Opposed to having all the one over there by Starbucks,
Right. Right. I
which
remember
was
that
also
location.
professional cut creators as
Yes.
well. This is
Yes.
just a
That
bigger
was in the
version
cut.
of it. Yeah, yeah, literally in the cut.
In the cut.
So and then as we expanded, us three, we came over here putting our heads together because it's always, a lot of people say too many chefs in the kitchen, but sometimes it is a good thing. Because if one manages the meat, one may manage the chicken,
Right.
one may do the
Right.
fish.
Right.
You
Right.
know what I'm saying? So
Get
and
that
then over here,
delegation
right,
and branch
yeah,
out a little
it's
bit.
a better understanding. It's better for us to watch over everything as far as not really per se watching over the barbers, but just being on top of each other. You know what I'm saying? Where one is lacking, we can talk about that and be on top of each other. Then we brought in Rahman, which is our other co-owner with us. You know what I'm saying? And that's been a long time friend for years. For me and Phil, him and Phil kind of grew up together, back
Okay.
home or what have you. And then we brought him into the fold, and that added to
Right.
that's the Four Kings.
Yeah, I know
You know what I'm
Rock.
saying?
Yeah, yeah, I
Yeah,
know
the
Rock.
Four Kings bring us into the fold. He's gonna stay on top of us. You know what I'm saying? Financially, he may not be in the shop all the time. You know what I'm saying? So it's almost like but he makes sure that things go the way that we need.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying? And he was a shop owner before.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So he understands everything that we understand as well. So
Yeah, that's
all
awesome.
four of us, we kind of piggyback off each other, and we also push each other. You know what
So
I'm
you got
saying?
good
And we help each
chemistry.
other. Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. Because like I said, aside from us being business owners, we're also brothers outside of the
That's a
barbershop.
great
You know what I'm
component,
saying?
you know, because
Absolutely.
you can't actually grow something or build something if you don't actually like the person that you rock it with.
Right,
You know what
right,
I'm saying
right.
to you?
And we don't always agree, but for the most
Naturally,
part, we know how to disagree properly.
right?
You know what I'm saying? So,
Which
me
is
and
critical.
right. We know how to disagree properly and understand, what was done wrong or what was done right, and we come to the table. And we have weekly meetings. We have a
Very
meeting
important.
every week.
Very important.
We don't miss a beat on that. We have
Right.
a meeting every week. We have meetings with our barbers. You know what I'm saying, to make sure they're on point. It took a minute to develop a staff of barbers that were all on the same page, because these are grown men.
Right.
And when I say that respectfully. These cats in here, I'm thankful for them,
Right.
because we have cats that know how to not only get to the money, but be respectful for each other's space. They know how to. They look at each other as brothers. They know how to laugh, joke. They know how to push, help. You know what I'm saying? No one's standing there by the door scrounging for walk-ins.
Right,
I mean,
right,
they'll give somebody, if they see, if other barbers is cutting, they'll give somebody that they realize it's not cutting the walk-in. And see, at this point, all the barbers in here are really established. I mean, all of them have great clientele. You know what I mean? So when a walk-in comes, it's almost a blessing to take a walk-in. It's almost like the walk-in, the client that's coming in at that time, is almost like a privilege for them, opposed to the barber, because it's like, okay, I'm able to get you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because
And that's a
everybody
good,
in here is equal.
good thing
You know
to
what I'm
be in.
saying?
So
yeah.
even with all of those kind of attributes in here, right? We notice that they have challenges. Everybody has challenges in their life.
Right.
You see, not between you all, but outside challenges that actually influence the business.
Right.
Okay, and we know as human beings those things does get cloudy sometimes. How do you manage that in your life?
What I do, number one, is I try not to walk with my outside on my shoulders. You know what I'm saying? If I have a problem going on outside of the shop, I try not to walk in with that same energy. If it's something that's going on that's negative or bad, I try not to walk in here with that energy. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not trying to brush that off on my fellow brothers in here, barbers or whatever in here, or clients. I mean, I try to pay attention to my time. As I got older and more established as a barber, time means a lot to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, money is always going to be there as long as you know how to get it. But I mean, I try to manage my time. So that's why, shit, 100% of us in here, we all do we do appointments. You know what I'm saying? We still take walk-ins. We're open hands to walk-ins and this that. But for the most part, all of us do appointments. Yeah,
right,
we do
right,
appointments. So that kind of manages our time. Allow time to eat. You know what I mean? Sit down and really don't roll. Let me get you real fast.
Right.
I can't eat my food. Hold on.
Yeah.
I didn't waited all day for this juicy hamburger. Now I got a client. Then my burger sit there for 2 hours. And then I got to heat it up in the microwave.
Yeah,
you know
it's
what I'm
no
saying?
good
No.
no more.
Give me a minute. Let me eat my food.
Right.
Let me process my food and let me get back to you. That gives you a better experience, because now
You're relaxed and
yeah.
you can perform.
And like I said, before I walk in here, I try to self-meditate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, very
try
important.
to meditate. I do that every morning, even if it's not, coming here. But before I walk in here, the energy is always good, because you know us as fools. We laugh and joke all the time. So I'll play good music, or back here in the back with me and Phyllis, we'll watch movies all day. And us is the movie heads. You know what I'm saying? So we'll watch movies. We'll throw back and forth ideas, information, good information. We'll talk positive politics, you know what I'm saying? And I'll say that positive politics, because everybody we know that everybody has their own opinion. You know what I'm saying? So we're not gonna be back here fighting over who's right and who's wrong.
Right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? Your opinion is your opinion. Help me to understand why you think like that.
Right.
That's all. You know what I'm saying? So we try not to just walk in here with that energy.
So on that note, right, what happens is that I see a lot of times in my store, right, barbers come through, and it's like a meeting place where, at My Supply Guy, you might handful of cats come through, then, they get to know each other. Like, oh, I follow you, I follow this,
Right.
I didn't know that you were the guy, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You see that all the time. What we notice is that there's a lot of, what's the word? There's a lot of opportunity for communication that is not being had because men are going through a lot of stuff.
Absolutely.
You see what I'm saying to
Yeah.
you? And I've noticed that even in certain shops and certain environments, they're not even able to communicate with the people in the shop like that to,
Mm.
to actually express themselves fully. And that's one of those things, mental health and things like that.
Oh
For
man, we talk about that all
you
the
see what
time
I'm saying
too.
to you?
Right.
It's a big concern. Whereas um, men are not able, in the industry particularly,
Right.
are not finding that path where they can free up themselves and have conversation about real stuff, like personal stuff.
Right.
Because men have to talk to men.
Right.
It,
Right.
it's just
I
that's
mean,
how
this
it
is
is.
one of the last great establishments, meaning like all barbershops,
Right.
to where a man is supposed to be able to come
Right.
and relax
Right.
and I wouldn't say let his hair down, but get his hair taken off.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Relax and just be able to talk because we talk about this all the time with mental health because you're right. It's okay for you to be vulnerable as far as be careful who you vulnerable
Right.
with.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's the first part of it. Because you can't. That's what happens too, though. A lot of people try to express themselves to the wrong person, and that person is not receiving of what they're giving.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, I mean, be vulnerable. If you're going through something, talk to somebody.
Yeah.
Somebody may be able to help you. Especially in a barbershop. I mean, we know all types of people. I've learned a lot, and I've had a lot of help given to me personally in my whole tenure of being years in this game. You know what I'm saying? Of talking to people. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're sitting there with a problem or this is that and third,
a burden
it's
on
okay.
you.
You don't have to be hard all the time. I tell cats, you don't have to be hard all the time.
Yeah.
Just because you can knock out 4 or 5 guys,
Yeah.
that don't mean that if you're going through a problem that it doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That you ain't feeling
It's okay to talk to your fellow brother, but like I said, just be careful on who you talk to. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's goes back in the miscommunication because a lot of people may be around people who they can't talk to, but it's definitely needed. I mean, honestly, in this game, I talked 2 suicides out of someone and didn't know till later on down the line.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I was like, wow, that was amazing. I've talked people into back into their relationships with their spouse or whatever. I've talked people into not giving up and going for jobs or this is that, or even being to connect people with certain opportunities because of who I know. But I wouldn't have known unless they talked to me.
Unless they open
but they
them
know
up.
that I showed them this type of respect, so they feel comfortable enough to talk to me.
Absolutely.
So I think it starts with that. How does a person view you? Do they view you comfortable enough to actually talk to them? You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't have that, I mean, like what you're saying, it's going to have that that lack of communication in the barbershop. Because if I'm in a barbershop and it's all blah, 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 and it's always playing hard all the time, how do I feel like I'm comfortable to talk to you?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you not understand, it ain't
Not a good
always
environment.
after you know, I can't really talk to you because now I don't. That's what you're on. I don't see the vulnerability and let a cat know this shit, man.
Yeah.
I got up this morning, my back hurt.
Yeah.
And that's small
I ain't
scale
100.
of something. You know what I'm
Not
saying?
100
Yeah,
today.
not 100. You know what I'm saying? I got a headache. Do you have anything for me?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Don't
yeah,
sit there with your head hurt and don't say that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Man, what's going on? Oh man, I'm down. Blah, 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 blah. Somebody may be able to help you. Even if not, at least hear some. Be able to give a person good advice or.
And a lot of times it's not even about the advice. It's about just getting it off you.
Getting off your chest. Just
Getting it off.
Your chest.
So a lot of times you just want to get it off of you and let it go someplace else. You see what I'm saying to you?
Laughter is, that's why we in here. We goof off so much and we laugh so much. Sometimes people probably forget about their problem.
Right. Right. And this might be the outlet for them to save themselves.
But it's hard. I mean, that's okay. Going back to what you're saying with classes, something to better. That would be something else to implement that type of class. You know what I'm saying? That's something that we also need to look into as well. You know what I'm saying? All of us as a whole. So classes on how to communicate.
Yes.
As far as because everybody go through stuff, especially us as men.
Men.
You know what I'm saying? And I won't even list it as black men. Black men, of course, a lot, but it's all men.
All men.
You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I cut people from all walks of life, and I've heard problems from all over.
Yeah.
And every person who I've talking to has also given me advice, not only black. You know what I'm saying? So that's a good thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
But that would be something that we definitely have to buckle down with, because if you're bringing your problems to a spot to where men just congregate, but you're not able to get it off you or talk about it, and you still got to walk in and play tough and this is that and
so
the third.
I'm gonna run this by you, man, because we working on this thing and mentally right now, and I'm really encouraged to really start this men's health kind of situation where you have a men's health forum that whether it's once a month or whatever the case may be
Right.
that cats just come through. You know what I'm saying? Not to say you come and just let go all type of stuff in there,
No, no, no.
but just be able to fellowship with men, and if there's conversation need to be
Absolutely.
had, what I'm saying, you're in a safe space.
Right.
And
Right.
everybody that's in there is, we want everybody that's going to be in there to be there for the same purpose, to provide a safe space.
Right.
You
Right.
see what I'm saying to you?
Absolutely.
Whether you're looking or looking to give or receive, this is a safe space. Just to parlay. It ain't gonna be no club. Ain't gonna be none of that. It's just we just
Come
getting
doing this.
together and have a conversation. You have conversation topics.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Because
Right.
everything starts with a topic.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And it branches off after that. You'd be surprised how many times we in the store, and cats come in and they start talking about a certain product and clipper. Next thing you know, we talking about what's going on in his house. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? It's just segue.
Right.
You know what
Right.
I'm saying?
Right. Right.
But
Right.
just the act of conversating brings everything.
That'll be dope. Yeah.
You see what I'm
That'll be
saying to
dope.
you?
Yeah.
It's very critical. I see that, constantly. And I'm encouraged, that's why I bring it up here with you and I bring it up with a couple other, significant people. Whereas it's going to be crucial that we start doing that.
Right.
You see what I'm saying to
Yeah.
you? Whether it's in your shop or different locations, that you do a round robin, depending this location this month, that's the next location next month, or whatever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying to you? So that people, have an opportunity to just get together and
That
conversate.
sound dope, man.
You see what I'm saying to you?
It can
It's
make it
it's
happen.
a it's a crucial thing in the industry right
You
now.
know, we on board for that. All right,
Yes, sir.
yeah,
Yes, sir.
we on board for
So
that.
so here it is. My supply guide, professional cut creators, right? How did we, the man and the man get together? How did that happen?
Man,
If you
look, I know
recall.
him before dreads too.
This is how you gonna do
No,
me?
man.
You gonna do me like that right here? Yo, man, we
Man,
about to talk after
we
this.
started off years ago, man. You know, you coming through selling supplies, and you always just kept consistent. You know what I'm saying? Throughout the industry, and then just hearing it starts with, because I mean, you know, in barbershops you have all types of cats coming through selling things and this, that, and the third. But I mean, when you start to go to other barbershops and they're like, "Yo, you seen Ray? Yo, ask Ray. Ask Ray where to get this. Oh, Ray coming through. Call Ray. Yeah, Ray got this. Ray got this." And then it goes from shops around the corner to I'm on the other side of town. Oh yeah, Ray came through here. Yeah, that's who supplied me. This is that and the third. And I watch your growth as you did ours. You know what I'm saying? I watch you going from hustling, jumping out the truck. You know what I'm saying? Boom, boom, boom. I got what you need. I can get what you need. I got what you need. I can get what you need. You know what I'm saying? As far as helping cats. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, tools. That's what we need. So you keep us sharp. You know what I'm saying? Because without those, not all of us have the time to go to ABBS back in the game. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? Which
right.
that's all we knew. And not everybody want to go to these penny ante stores and buy some BS equipment. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? You always stay with the state of the art equipment. You always knew what was coming out. You know what I'm saying? How to get it. And now, hell, you got one of the greatest stores out. You know, everybody come to your store now.
Appreciate
You know
that.
what I'm saying?
Appreciate that.
But you offer classes. You know what I'm saying? Which is a good thing. You fix equipment. You know what I'm saying? You have all the latest things that come through, and you also give advice as far as what works and what does not. You know what I'm saying? And then you have a relationship with different barbers and stylists throughout the community. But man, just watching your growth over the years, because like I said, I moved around to a lot of shops. You know what I'm saying? You watched us grow and turn it, and here we are, 9 years.
9 years.
9 years, word up. 9
That's
years,
crazy.
you know what I'm saying? For real, for real.
That's crazy,
9 years, you know what I'm saying? Next year, it'll be our 10th year, and then, we're going to do something for
Yeah,
our clients and
yeah,
everybody that rocked with us. But man, I just watched your consistency, brother.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And you just you never swayed. You know, you ain't go from one day selling clothes to selling clippers to come back dishing out plates. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? The food. I mean, yeah, you
Yeah.
kept it consistent.
If you see me
Everything
do that,
always
man,
grew. You know what I'm saying?
if you see me do that, just don't let me in,
Yeah,
bro.
I don't knock nobody. I don't knock nobody's
I'm just
hustle.
telling you,
You
if
know
you
what I'm
see
saying?
me do that, close the door.
Nah, it always, you always grew. I mean, you had different events that you were hosting that you threw. You know what I'm saying? I came to a few of your events
Yeah,
throughout
we,
time.
we
You know what
do
I'm saying?
we
Me
do
and
have a
other barbers and this, that, and the third. So I just watched your growth. Like I said, you never gave up. You know what I'm saying? You had booths in different areas. I would come show support. You know what I'm saying? And
absolutely
you would
much
always
appreciated
keep
for
us in the
that.
loop. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying on
yeah.
what's going on. Then I watched, first you got truck, then another truck, then a store, then
Well,
hold on, what's up? Then it's over with. You know what I'm saying? Who you
yeah,
going to contact when you need something?
yeah.
You.
That's
You know what I'm saying?
we
That's a
try
great
we
thing.
try to develop something. Yeah, and I shouldn't use the word try, but we are developing something that is different.
Right.
You see
And
what I'm
see,
saying?
you constantly ask the questions that need to be answered as far as what's the next step, where are we going,
Yeah,
what's needed. You
yeah,
know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Because that helps better you too though,
yeah,
and what you're
yeah.
doing. Like I said, I watched your growth and that. You know what I'm saying? It's an amazing thing, brother. You know what I'm saying? Salute, congratulations, all that. You know what I'm saying? I
Much
tell you that all the
appreciate.
time. You're
Couldn't
gonna.
do it without y'all.
Oh, hey man, or
You know,
vice versa.
yeah.
Look,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
I
You know
need
what I'm
you more
saying?
than
We
you need me,
always,
my guy. You know what I'm
hey
saying?
man,
For us to provide service to the industry at different levels like that, it's actually an honor for us to be able to do that. That cats allow us to come into their establishment and provide a service,
right, right.
and keeping it, professional at all times. That's one of the staples that I try to do is to try
Right,
to
right.
keep it professional at all times. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? So that,
Absolutely.
understanding coming into someone's environment, you don't want to disrupt, you
Yeah.
know. I would like to just go move, you know
Keep
what
it
I'm saying?
going.
Keep it going, you know what I'm saying? Chop it up,
But yeah,
boom,
you
boom.
know the energy.
But
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
like,
Certain places you can play with people. You know what
right,
I'm saying?
right,
As
right,
far as joke and laugh, you
right.
know what I'm saying? Or be more transparent with certain people. Some
Yeah.
people you can't. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Keep it
just it.
moving.
It's just the
Still
nature. But
provide the service either way. You know
either
what I'm
way,
saying? I'm gonna get clients sit in my
however you
chair.
want me to do it,
All right.
that's how we gonna do it.
I'm gonna have clients sit in my chair that may not want to talk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I may push out a couple of words if they
And you
don't want to
see
talk,
it?
and I feel that energy. I'm still gonna get you a great cut.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? I ain't gonna
You
push
know,
you away. I'm still in hopes that you
absolutely,
tell somebody
absolutely.
about me and come back.
So
So
we here again, in this world that we got going on here, and this industry has its own ecosystem,
right,
um, and it has different components to it. As you made points, it have the education, it has the entertainment. You
right.
know, where do you see the industry going from here?
I see eventually. I mean, it's almost there now, but I see it becoming a cashless society. You know what I'm saying? All that pulling out money and
Right.
out your pocket, all that's about to do away with. I mean, it's damn near there now. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? A
Yeah.
lot of people pay with cards, Cash App, and you got Zelle, you got this. I mean, you got so many avenues. So I see all that. You got any change? I see that going out there. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? A cashless society. I see people. If people take their craft seriously, I see it going into more opportunities as far as better financial situations with us, as far as charging more for your cuts, but also providing the service
More services.
that
Yeah.
more services to get to get what you're asking for, so to speak. I see people becoming more because social media and this is that and the third. They're able to market themselves a lot more.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like I say, taking your craft more seriously will provide the financial income that you got into the game for, so to
Sure.
speak.
Sure.
Because some
Sure.
people got into this game for the love of just being creative. Some people got into this game for money. I
Right.
mean, but
Right.
at the end of the day, they're both the same thing. You want the same thing in this industry.
the industry,
You may
right.
want one more than the other. You know what I'm saying?
They
But
come hand in
yeah,
hand.
they
You
come
can't-
hand in hand in this industry. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I see it growing into more of what's the right word I'm looking for? More structured. When I say
Yeah.
that, more structured as far as
You need it.
yeah, more structured. Like people, I see more barbershops and barbers doing appointments and really sticking to that.
Sticking
You
to
know what
that,
I'm
yeah.
saying?
People time is really
Value.
at a premium right
Absolutely.
now. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? A man doesn't have 3 hours to sit down and wait
Right.
for you to finish
Right.
to get in. You know what I'm saying? He could be out there generating income, spending time with his family. You know what I'm saying? Man sitting down, the days of old, man sit down and shop from 8 a.m. He ain't getting out till noon. And that was a customary thing. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Because of the conversation and all that.
Come in. When can you get me?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll be with you in about 4 hours.
Yeah, yeah,
All right.
yeah,
Well,
yeah.
you want something to eat? I'll be
Yeah,
right
yeah,
back.
be right.
Nah.
Like,
Them days
nah,
is gonna
dog.
be done, man.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Because
and rightfully so, because there's the world that we're in right now moves so fast.
right.
You know what I'm saying? We just New Year's was just right there. We're about to hit March.
I'm trying to tell you.
You know what I'm saying? We just lost
January, the
2
New Year,
months.
it's
You know,
over.
it's
Time ain't
over.
waiting for no man, buddy.
Straight on the downstroke. So
Let's move.
this time is not waiting, and it's
Right.
speeding up. You know what's so ironic is that speak to people about this situation sometimes. Back in the days, you have one person say, "Yeah, man, this time is moving," but everybody's saying this time is moving.
Right.
Everybody you speak to is saying, "Listen,
So now,
listen,
so
you got to
time is
strap
money.
in." You know what I'm saying? So now a man is not going to be able to sit
Right.
down in nobody's shop for 4 hours,
Right.
2 hours. You know, he's like, "Nah, I'll catch you another time."
Well, see, that ain't only from the client wanting to do that. The barber no longer wants
Right.
to do that. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? The barber is paying attention to their time as
Yes.
well. No one wants to sit here. The days of the old of someone coming in at 8 o'clock in the morning, leaving at 10, 11 o'clock
Yeah,
at night.
yeah,
I
yeah,
used to do that.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or 7 days a week.
Yeah.
You know, some cats want to really enjoy their weekends
Yeah, they
or
like
whatever day. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Have time to really focus on, like you said, family.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Other things that they have going on outside of the shop. You know, you don't want to come in here and be waiting on an opportunity.
Right.
You already know that the opportunity is there from the time you
Scheduled
walk in. You know what I'm saying?
opportunity. You know what I'm saying to
word,
you?
scheduled opportunities.
Yeah.
You know.
But one of the greatest things that I've heard, you share that with us, me personally, you know, I would say applaud and, accolades come to you all that you all been named best shop in Gwinnett County.
Yes, sir.
How? How is that? Tell me how that feels,
Man, it feels good because, okay, 2021, we won Best Barbershop in Duluth.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That was a great feeling because, Duluth is a large community,
large city,
so it was like, wow, and we really didn't know how it happened. Meaning, we was like, wow, and then when we dug deep, we realized that the people spoke on behalf of us. You know what I'm saying? These were reviews. These were people speaking highly of us. You know what I'm saying? And they voted us to be Best Barbershop in Duluth 2021.
Right.
Now, we just came into 2023, but now recently we just found out we won Best Barbershop in Gwinnett for 2022, which will be announced, tomorrow, what have you. And that's a beautiful thing. And like I said, when I read that, now it's not only Duluth, it's Gwinnett. And I mean, there's a lot of fantastic shops, barbershops. I know a lot of owners, I know a lot of barbers throughout, in Gwinnett, period. You know what I'm saying? All over. But to be named that's a big thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm honored. I'm humbled by it. You know what I'm saying? That's
Congratulations,
a beautiful thing.
man.
You know what I'm saying?
It's well deserved.
Especially 9 years, we're here, and we put in a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into this. You know what I'm saying?
And now you reaping the
for
rewards.
somebody to recognize that, you know what I'm saying? It's always a beautiful thing, especially when you ain't having.
You could know it.
Yeah, you know what I'm
you're
saying?
the only one that know it.
Yeah. But somebody recognize that on the outside, like, wow, you know what I'm saying?
And bringing it to light, that's means a
that's
whole lot,
beautiful
man.
thing, man. Yeah.
So I would say, what's next for professional cut creators?
Professional cut creators, what's next for us?
I don't want you to,
Yeah, we
give
have.
away
We
the
have.
beans
I'll
and
say
like
this:
that.
we have some things that's gonna it's in the works. Actually, we got some things coming up this month that's gonna shock a lot of people. I'm not gonna say too much about it at all, but we got some things that's in the work. As far as shop wise, I want to continue to hold a professionalism and, continue to hold, like I said, we never knew that we would be voted best in Duluth or Gwinnett. So whatever we did for someone on the outside to recognize that, let's continue to do that.
And build
you know
on
what I'm
it.
saying? Continue to do that, continue to do that, you know what I'm saying? Continue to hold a fleet of great barbers, you know what I'm saying? And everyone get along, continue to generate wonderful clientele, you know what I'm saying? And continue to just do what we do.
Yes, we have knowledge here from professional cut creators, and I'd like to thank you for taking the time out, to speak to My Supply Guy, have a conversation. I'm happy, proud that you out here, and the industry's gonna know who you are now. So let them know how they can reach you.
Man, I go by Knowledge. You can find me on IG, Knowledge Cuts, and that's Knowledge with Cuts, CUTTZ as in zebra. You can also come here, Professional Cut Creators. This is the barbershop, an amazing barbershop. We're at 3330 Satellite Boulevard, Suite 9, Duluth, Georgia, 30096. We dish out excellent cuts, and we have great professionalism and a wonderful fleet of barbers in here. So, yeah, come check us out. But, yeah, once again, I'm Knowledge. This is my man right here, Ray, my supply guy. He's everyone's supply guy. He's been a great assistance throughout this community of supplying us with everything we need for this industry and more, you know? So I thank you.
Much appreciated, my
My
guy.
man.
Much love. All right, and we out.